This is the training session day one. So we will be covering on the day one just a very few things. To start off with, we'll be covering the equipment section. So what is equipment? Equipment in our industry, in our business world, equipments are pretty much divided into two different segments. One is called traditional terminal, and the second one is called POS systems. Now, I will tell you what are the differences between traditional terminal and a POS systems. A POS systems full form is point of sale systems. Now, you will understand everything in a minute. So first understand, we'll only talk about equipment on day one. And when we talk about equipment, the equipment has two segments. One is a traditional terminal, and the second is a POS system, which is a point of sale system. Please take a very detailed note of what we just talked about. This is not very important, but this will become very, very important as you go down the training depth. Now, moving forward, if you want to take a second, pause the video to take these notes, you can, or we can move forward if you have already taken notes. So first we'll talk about traditional terminal. What is traditional terminal? We'll talk about traditional terminal now. Okay, so traditional terminal, these are the different divisions or different options for traditional terminal. Now, when we talk about traditional terminal, before I discuss this, I want to show you one slide down. I want to show you the picture first, and I'll come back onto this slide. So these are the traditional terminal. So let me give you an example. When you walk up to a grocery store, maybe in Bangladesh, a mini mart like Shopno, Agora, and other super shops, when you shop at those locations, maybe when you're probably, dining at a restaurant, and you look at that restaurant and you see that you have a credit card to pay your bills with, and these cashier, they have this credit card terminals, right? So when you want to pay your bills with your credit card or your debit card, they have this little machines in little mini marts, in restaurants, in clothing stores when you go for shopping. So these are the machines you pretty much see, right? These are the most popular traditional terminals that we have in our disposal that we offer to our customers, and our customers are our merchant. Now, let me go up a little one slide and you will understand those models. So this particular model, just take a look at it. This one is called Verifone VX520. This model is called Deja Vu Z8. This model is called Deja Vu Z11. This model is called PAX S80. This model is called PAX A920. Now, one slide up, it's not showing you a picture, but it's pretty much telling you, the traditional terminal list that we have in our stock that we can offer to our customers, meaning our merchants, okay? So we sell these terminals. Your job is to sell these terminals to small stores in the US. Those stores could be pizza stores, could be clothing stores, grocery stores, restaurants, any type of a small business. Now, Verifone VX520, a minute ago, you wouldn't know what that is. But now, after having a look at this picture, you understand what that means. Verifone VX520. You already have a picture in your mind now. Deja Vu Z8. A minute ago, you wouldn't have any idea, but now you do. This is Deja Vu Z8. Deja Vu Z11, PAX S80, PAX A920. Now, these are traditional terminal. Traditional meaning old, old-fashioned. Okay. Now, in this traditional terminal, some terminals are smart. So, for an example, these are very old type, like Nokia, 3300 type model phone. Those are very traditional, old but strong. But within this terminal, traditional terminal family, there are some smart generation, right? These are the traditional terminal, but still, yeah, at the same time, they're smart because they are now coming with apps. They got they don't have any applications. They don't have any apps. They don't have Android, software or user interface, nothing like that. These are old. But these new terminals that are coming right now, nowadays, they are coming with little Android user interface, installed in them, and they are coming with multiple apps, so we can use applications instead of directly using the, directly using the system. Now, smart terminals. This is the smart terminal. Mobile card reader. So we don't have a sample picture here for the mobile card reader. I will show you in a bit what mobile card reader is. FD150. FD150 is pretty much similarly like that. If I go at the bottom, okay, here we go. I got the example. So, okay, mobile card reader. This is the mobile card reader. So mobile card reader meaning there are a lot of business that actually go to door to door to get their job done, like cleaners, lawnmowers, painters, plumbers, electricians. These people, they go at people's door, people's house, and they get their job done. When they go to the people's house, they don't sometimes have cash. Pretty much in the US, in the West, people do not carry cash. They always have credit cards or debit cards. Now, when you're not at your own business location and you are at your customer's house, you then need a mobile card reader. A mobile card reader meaning a card reader that can be mobile, that can be put in the pocket in the bag, and can be, taken around, can be, be mobilized with. So this is a mobile card reader. It can get a card inserted in it. It can process payments through this device. Now, next up is FT150. So FT150 is not here, but FT150 is right here. Like I said, FT150 is similarly like Verifone VX520. FT150 is same, right? These are very old traditional terminal. These are still, widely used in the merchant's world. Now, what's next we have? Ingenico ICT 220. Here we go. Ingenico ICT 220. This is also an old terminal, right? This is this terminal is also widely used in the merchant's world. Clover Hand Flex. So this is Clover Hand Flex. This is like a smart terminal. It comes with an Android software built in it and an app, and they can slide the card from here. They can chip in the card like that at the bottom. They can process payments. So these are traditional terminals. At the same time, they're smart. So they are like new generation. These are smart terminal. This is also an example of a smart terminal, right? This can take credit card payments. You can tap the card. You can swipe the card. You can insert the card, and you can process payment. These are pretty beautiful small devices that are smart generation out of those traditional terminal family. Moving forward, we'll talk about the POS system now. If you have taken a good notes about the traditional terminal, good job. If you have not, you can pause the video, or you can ask your administrator to give you a minute while you're taking note. You can always go back and start the video from the beginning, or go one step back and re-listen to the video. Now, moving forward, we will be talking about POS systems. Now you just have understood what traditional terminal is. Now you will understand what POS systems, which is point of sale system, is. Okay, POS systems. Okay, what is a POS system? So before I give you examples of what these means, in order for me to give you a good idea what POS system looks like, I would take you to the next up slide. Okay, I would need to go one more step further. Here we go. So this is the POS system. I'm pretty sure you have seen an example of a POS system if you have walked into a store like Shopno, Agora, any smart and updated super shops like Prince, maybe some clothing stores, branded clothing stores like Levi's, Yellow, um, Country Boy. There are a lot of branded clothing stores. I'm a guy, therefore I'm only naming you clothing stores of male clothing. But don't be offended if you're a woman. You must have seen this in branded, clothing stores for the stores that sell women's clothing. So this is an example of a grocery store system. This is called cash register. A cash register, it's a POS system. So it not only just like a little traditional terminal, they are more, organized, and they need a bigger system so they can manage their cash in a cash drawer. This is a receipt printer. This is a scanner. This is a monitor, and this monitor is facing toward the customers. So customers can see the product list that they're buying, the amount, the tax, VAT, everything. This goes the same way. This is also a smart point of sale system. This is a smart point of sale system as well. Apologize, in this picture you cannot see the other side. The other side has a small monitor here so customers can see. Same goes for this one. This is a cashier facing interface, and this interface is a customer facing interface. Customer can see their totals, their purchase list, their taxes, every single thing. So this is actually an example of a POS system. All things are called POS system, point of sale system. So this is also a traditional, this is like a terminal, but traditional terminals are just like little terminals. But these ones are a POS system, a complete unit that comes with cash drawer, comes with receipt printer, monitor, payment processing, swiper, everything, right? They also come with cash drawer. For some reason, we don't have a picture with the cash drawer for them, but we do also have cash drawers for these products as well. Now let's go back. So what does POS system do? Why does a store need a POS system and not a traditional terminal? Because if a store is a small store, just needs to take payment, and they have their own different separate software to manage their sales tracking, inventory tracking, menu management, and manage their whole software. To manage their whole software, they have a different software and computer. They only take credit card payments on a small terminal. But for business like ShopNo, they have to track their inventory. They have to track their sales. They have to manage pretty much the stock of the product. They have to know which product is running out of stock, which product needs to be reordered through the supplier, which products are getting expired. They need to have the details because this is a big store, and a big store has a lot of products that is impossible to manage the data of those products by human brains. Therefore, they need a computer software to manage all the details. So POS system, in a nutshell, handles the sales tracking, inventory tracking, and for restaurants, menu management. So if you have walked into KFC or any branded franchise or non-franchise restaurants like Burger King and any other restaurant, you have seen that they have a big computer in front of them, and when you're selecting an item to eat, they tap on the picture and they add the extra layers and drinks and extra add-ons, and once they complete the sale, a receipt printer automatically prints the receipt with the total, the taxes, and everything. So and this this order is recorded into their system for forever, almost until they manually go ahead and delete it, potentially. So this menu management is required in the restaurant, but this inventory and sales tracking are especially, particularly for the grocery stores. These are the functions. And what are the POS system? We now learned about the traditional terminal, and we know what traditional terminals are and what are the options, what are the models. VX520, Verifone VX520, Ingenico ICT T20. If you look at your previous notes, you can see those names. I don't want to go up on the slide again just to confuse you. I want to stay here, but I want to name a couple because you guys have access to your notes to take a look at it. You know, PAX S80, Deja Vu Z11, Deja Vu Z8, PAX A920. These are the options that we have on the traditional terminals. Now, these are the options we have in the POS systems. NRS POS. This is also a model for POS. The very first one is called NRS POS. Now you will understand what this all means. Clover Station. This is what Clover Station looks like. PAX E700. PAX E700 looks like this. So you have an idea what we're talking about here as PAX E700. PAX E600. This is PAX E600. So you have an idea what PAX E600 looks like. Clover Mini. Do we have a Clover Mini? Yes, we do. This is a Clover Mini. So this is how a Clover Mini looks like, right? It's same, but just a little smaller. Okay. NRS Petro. Petro, NRS POS is for grocery stores. NRS Petro is for petrol stations, gas stations. Example is here. This is NRS gas station software. So why does a gas station need a software? Because in the US, people pay for their gas, for their car outside, meaning at the pump, at the dispenser. They do not walk into a store to pay their gas bill. They stay outside, they pump the gas themselves, and after they punch their card into a machine like that, which is attached to the gas pump. Okay, we'll talk about it a little bit and in more details. Okay, so gas station software. This is the gas station software. The gas station software looks like this. It tells you here on the little details which number of pumps is not active, which number of pumps don't have gas. You know, these are pretty much the details which you will be given all information about. Devices for a gas station. Okay, now let's learn about the gas station devices. So like I just said, NRS Petro POS. This is for gas station. NRS forecourt controller. So for an example, there is a POS system inside a gas station store, and outside of the gas station store, there are 5 or 6 dispenser, okay? Where cars come in and they pump the gas in their car. So it is pretty hard for people to go inside, pay the cash, come out, or pay with the card, come outside, then pump the gas. Some gas stations work this way because they don't have an automatic system, so they can automatically activate the pump when somebody pays from inside, or when somebody pays outside at the pump using their credit card. Now, to control that, there's a hardware called forecourt controller. This forecourt controller controls the pump from inside. So if I have a POS system inside, excuse me, and I want to have a gas control dispenser, this dispenser is controlled from inside. Now, how that is controlled? NRS EMV Easy Pump Retrofit Device. I understand this languages could be a little bit difficult for you to memorize, but just take a note. You don't have to memorize none of this right now. NRS EMV Pump Retrofit Device, meaning there is a little credit card reader, a little credit card swiper, little credit card chip that is attached to the pump. So when somebody swipes their card or chip in their card or dip in their card onto the gas dispenser, what I want to give you is a gas dispenser is pretty much like a gas, you know, gas station. So let me give you an example. If you take a look at this NRS EMV, okay, what is dispenser? Okay, so gas dispenser. Okay, so let me give you an example here. This is a gas dispenser right here, and here is a little credit card swiper. So what you do is that you put in the credit card somewhere here, and you put the PIN code of your credit card, or you put the PIN code. Yeah, you put the PIN code for the credit card here, and here you put the amount of the gas you want to pump in your car, and these are called nozzles. So these nozzles you take off once you activate for, let's say you want to get a $20 gas, you pay $20 here, and you activate $20 from here. This nozzle will unlock, so you can get the nozzle out and push it into your car, and your car would be gassed up. Okay, this was an example. Now, EMV easy pump retrofit. So if I copy it, if I paste it, you will see. Let's see in the image. Here we go. That's it. So that's this is how it looks like. This is a credit card reader. Hold on. Okay, here's go. Here we go. So we have a credit card reader right here. So it tells you tap or pay or insert, tap to pay or insert the card. So you can insert the card right here. This is a little device that is attached to the gas pump, right? So you can pay with your credit card at the pump. NRS petrol pump printer. So there should be automatically a printer attached to it. So when you're done pumping your gas, you have a printer which prints the receipts out of a gas dispenser or a gas pump. We probably do not have a proper picture here, but probably in the future I will be able to show you what gas dispenser printer looks like. Apologize, we don't have it. NRS Petro Bridge. Okay, these are a little bit technical. I do not want you to take a note on this, so leave it alone. NRS Petro Internet Failover Router. So if there's a failover of the internet, so there's no internet, let's say, and there are cars outside that are trying to get gas in their car, there's no problem because we have a backup. So we always provide a failover router. If the actual primary internet fails over, we have a backup. So our backup router backs it up all the time. So very rarely we have both go down, but usually we have it covered. So pump retrofit kit. So don't even take a note on this as well. I don't know why this is in the training, but it's okay. These two are not important. So far, if you have taken notes on all of them so far, you're good to go. So I appreciate your time for day 1, and we'll be moving forward for the day 2 tomorrow. I wish you luck, and I appreciate it, and have a great day.